Hey guys, welcome to another video. For those who are new to this channel, a very warm welcome. My name is EJ and today I thought I'd like to deviate from all the beat making tutorials, the music business series videos I've been doing for the past 2 months, and keep this one a little bit more conversational and let you guys in on my journey from, let's say, from the root to the fruit. Now, I dug really deep into the archives to pull out some footage and music, pictures and things just to show you guys who I have been working with, the artists, the musicians, and the projects that I've been involved in as a beat maker and a producer over the past 15 to 20 years, I believe. And this is by no means a full representation of all the projects and things that I've done over the years. It's just to give you guys a little bit of a taste. And of course, we want to keep it short because it's a YouTube vid. Otherwise, it's just going to turn into a huge documentary, and I'm not ready for that yet. So let's get right into it. So the very first commercial release that I had as a beatmaker and a producer is this album called Spillage by a group called Goddessa, of which I had the privilege of being a member of in the early 2000s to 2008, I believe. It was almost a decade that we were together, and this was our only album. But we also released a single just to break through, and I think that we were also considered as one of the most impactful hip-hop bands of our time, simply because we were all female. It was kind of unheard of in South Africa at the time, and also because we were so political. We were hardcore, man, like lyrical content. This album, if you have the chance, just Google it, you'll find it and just check it out. And also we were just speaking out against, negative social issues. I guess that's why we also made some waves. But coming back to me being a producer, it was my debut and I had only 2 joints on this album, which I will play for you guys in a sec. So for me it was kind of special because it was my introduction into the industry as a beatmaker and a producer. But the whole entire album was really produced and mixed and mastered by the one and the only Grenville Williams. He is amazing and he is one of my greatest mentors, really. He taught me almost everything that I know today about, the foundation of beat making and production and sound engineering and all of those kinds of things, and music theory even. I mean, that was a starting point for me. So when we came together and we became a team, we also set up our own label called High Voltage Entertainment, and this Spillage album was the first release, I believe, in 2004, if I can remember correctly. Yes, it was released in 2004. So I just want to give a big shout out to G. I truly appreciate everything that you have taught me, what I've learned from you over the years, and big up to you, man. And I still think that if we can do a project together one day, that would be truly awesome. And also, guys, I'm trying to get this man to do an interview in a video series that I would like to produce. Oh yeah, by the way, just let me know if you guys think it's a good idea for me to do that, to interview some of my mentors that I have gained over the years, and people who have really helped me through a lot of production issues and beat making problems and problem solving. Yeah, just let me know in the comments if you guys think that's a good idea, and I will definitely make a video series for you guys about that. So I will play you guys a little snippet of the 2 tracks that I produced on this album. So just keep in mind that I was still on the very start of my musical journey. This is the root, guys, the roots of it. And I was still kind of trying to find my sound as a beat maker. I'm also the kind of person that listens to a whole bunch of different kinds of music. I mean, from reggae, dancehall, to funk, to soul, to rock, hip-hop, of course. Nowadays I'm listening to some trap vibes, not that much, but yeah, I like the beats. Some of the artists are really good, of course. Yeah, I'm just very diverse in my taste of music because I had a mother and a father who had 2 different tastes in music, and I guess, I inherited both of those and learned to appreciate all different kinds of music. So let's play you some snippets of what I have done in the beginning, and here we go. Enjoy.
handheld with the shape of a cone. Convert acoustic energy into a wave of your own, like a magnetic circuit attracting flesh over bone, accommodating 5 fingers round the stretch of ya.
My energy's transforming to this thing that I hold. It's like a sound wave that's emitting alone at 20 hertz a cycle off the top of your dome, creatively inspired through the tip of this. With a corded coil embroiled in cardiovascular masturbation, it's like a muscular sensation, translucent meditation, a diagram of a diaphragm transformed into musical vibrations, quite pleasant on the ears to hear. Silent spheres breaking sound barriers as the quiet steers clear of physical kinetic energy in the earth's atmosphere, stratosphere. You hear?
In all directions it picks up receptions of audio signals passed through transmissions. Wavelength and decibel strength complements the physical distance of magnetic resistance and micro communication over instrumentation, replacing time and space with vocal vibration, vibrating vocally with space and time, replacing instrumentation with rhyme.
Can I grab the mic?
The internet of sorts, connecting ports from Cape Town to these international shores. The anatomic antidepressant, hip-hop in a rhyme network across shores. So bang your heads against the institution's whitewashed walls. Break free and let the lyrical seep through your pores.
Live transmission from a rotor. Wonder what a grammy be the feminine soldier. Thought upon a rude boy, him to just make culture. Huh.
Let's return to the real hip-hop.
Why you poppin' Chris with frosty wrists? You ain't a part of this. You reckon heads are sodomists, just like I'm calling this. I'm at the heart of this. Fuck the politics when I be dropping this. No way to stopping this. This energy is ominous. You comfy test, strapping a vest before you spit this prophetess. He's rocking and boxing beats and on top of shit. Dominant without coming fraudulent. I be clocking it with heavy comments on interviews that they document. Low tolerance if you talk to me, it's just common sense. Do not provoke me in any way with incompetence. I'm quite clued up on the art of war. Still wanna battle? Let's take it to the corporate floor. Your mind's so narrow.
Up next is an album called 25-1 Manifesto by an artist called Teba. He's a reggae artist. Teba, aka the original social worker, aka Tattoo Spliff. You know the deal. Big up on yourself, Teba. He's also a big raga dancehall artist and, in my opinion, one of the best. Not only in South Africa but worldwide. And I had the pleasure of, doing one joint on this reggae album. It's a mix of roots reggae and raga dancehall, and I guess I just brought the hip-hop flavor a little bit in this joint called Life that I'm about to play for you guys. So it's a bit of an emotional thing for me when I still listen to it. Just all the memories came flooding back, and this one was released on High Voltage Entertainment in 2005, I believe. It really did well. Teba also toured with me many times just because he's such an awesome performer and a vocalist and a lyricist in Jamaican Patois, of course, and isiXhosa, which is an indigenous language in South Africa. Most of the other tracks on this album were produced by Dubmaster China. Big up on yourself, Dubmaster. Huge reggae producer and DJ in Cape Town, South Africa, as well as Grenville Williams, of course. So, yeah.
In this life, get a youth, have to be wise. Cause you know, so we have to light. Just like the sun, we have to rise, yo. In this life, get a youth, have to be wise. Cause you know, so we have to light. Just like the sun, we have to rise, yo. Love is too short to be living in a jail. Love is too short to be moving like a snail. At the same time, don't be fast like a snake. When the speed is too high, you coulda make a mistake. It's not about fat plate and big juicy steak. Only for cherry and cream, they pan the cake. It's all about loving, sharing and caring. Get to people get something from sweating and working.
So the third project that I had the honor and pleasure to be a part of as a beatmaker was called Rogue State of Mind. We had a part 1 and a part 2, and it kind of came about around the time when Goddessa was touring Switzerland, and we were doing a few shows over there, had a theater project I believe we were involved in, and that was in 2004 I believe, and we, just managed to work and collab with a whole bunch of gifted Swiss producers like LR and Meister Beats. Wow, guys, the memories just came flooding back to me this afternoon when I was still trying to get hold of some of the tunes, because I lost most of them in the move from South Africa to the Netherlands about 4 years ago. So thank you, DJ Azul, for helping me track down some of these things. And that's the reason why I can only, unfortunately, play you one of the tracks called Breaking the Barriers that I have produced. Another interesting fact about this project was when we did the part 2, the second album, we gave all the proceeds of the sales to a charitable organization called Party with a Purpose. And what they did was they basically held parties, and all of the patrons had to bring something, either stationery or food or clothing that they didn't want anymore, didn't use anymore. And what they would do is supply or provide school kids in underprivileged areas with food and stationery and all of those things, so that they can just have a normal school experience, sort of. Yeah, they did this for a few areas on the Cape Flats, where I'm also from. And yeah, it was just an amazing journey, man. Like upwards of 40 producers and artists the second time around. And I will just put up a few pictures for you guys so you can see who we were. We called ourselves the Rogue State Alliance, and we featured artists such as Grace, Black Tiger, and wow, so many Hooders. Pan from Hooders, and Meister Beats, like I said, is also from Hooders. He was the producer of that crew. Later, it also became a collab between not just Goddessa and the Swiss artists, but we involved a whole bunch of other artists as well, like Demus and Jitsvinger. And I will talk about Jitsvinger in a minute, because I've also got some tracks on his album, Skillets Little, but we'll get into that in a bit. Yeah, Crosby, Bolani, wow. Teba was also on there. I think Jean-Pierre was also on there as well. Quite a few South African artists, and mostly from Cape Town. But we also had Tumi Molakani from the legendary Tumi and the Volume crew. Yeah, it was just an amazing journey, and it was really, really awesome. And it's still a project that is really close to my heart. And if I ever had the chance to do one more round, I would really do it. So Bernie, she's living in Switzerland right now, guys. So that's why I'm giving her a shout out, Bernie, my sis. Anyway, I'm gonna play you guys the tune. It's called Breaking the Barriers. Enjoy.
Leute, gå ofte sitter og tæmmer vekk, men som barriere så gatene sett ekkert svekk. Her må det City of Cape Town, nemmer mer mæs, finner bruk om de streit, det skal tid om gænt om nær. Slanger bauer seg barriere, viser seg i eget svans, væren dem i frei rimer her. Jesus säkert lyfta sig med det en hang, sen om man loven och minne gli hos knä av Sverige. Jesus förbränning första svart så vis och anmodig, alles svachlig angers age, please. Fingers bli old school, sitters förbi, om man bippo het bruch, försärig i filosofi, min frund. Bryvt motiv, besser ändrig steg, vis barrieren av en bevåra baues och bricht med. Vaxa zura armé, som en folk, det säkert, tjocklig i stort fart, mommen och go, vältvi. Besvet den zura mindre höj, du sitt lyt med två gaut för den säkerhet. Och för hög i tyn, kamera så bös i hög. Om tänker den tyn, det är nog med något i böse lyt. Ni har krätt bak och klävschaft och strändeklasse, de närst i far, bort rändigt i osterklasse. Sågar im land för the Rainbow Nation, verschieden i högt, samma si am tegensätt.
Who thought I'd be feeling that way about you? Hip-hop connected to rhythm and blues. Who thought I'd be feeling that way about you? Hip-hop connected to funk or jazz tunes. Who thought I'd be feeling that way about you? Hip-hop connected, directing me to a hip-hop selector who collectively knew that one day I'd be feeling that way about who? Hip-hop.
Let's break down the barriers, rust the chains in our brain. We all flesh and red blood is pumping through our veins. Maintain communication with my brothers in the west, forming up a coalition, laying racism to rest. Emancipation of the mind, partying in the soul. This black and white thing is putting projects on hold. We could be doing cultural exchanges, flipping the page, and this message goes out to anyone at any ages. Let's do what is right, let's fight, let's build. overcome our differences, cause that's how I feel. I can tell you one thing, that I see a bright future. I'm not a lecturer, but only God is a tutor. Technology has made things easier. Let's get busier, making them fans go dizzier. So throw away the negative and focus on the positive. I don't see no color is the reason why I'm dropping this.
Who thought I'd be feeling that way about you? Hip-hop connected to rhythm and blues. Who thought I'd be feeling that way about you? Hip-hop connected to funk or jazz tunes. Who thought I'd be feeling that way about you? Hip-hop connected, directed me to a hip-hop selective who collectively knew that one day I'd be feeling that way about who? Hip-hop, you.
Now this next one is actually a remix that I did of a track called Gimme That Gem, and it was initiated by, the one and only DJ Azul, one of Cape Town's, actually one of South Africa's most prolific DJs. We came up together about 25 years ago or something, if I'm not mistaken. And I remember I was just out of high school and we linked up to form a group called Neophytes. This track also features an MC called Ben Caesar. You guys can also check him out on YouTube. Awesome, talented, gifted man that is. And I hope that you guys will enjoy this tune. Boom!
To all the DJs, we salute you. Hip-hop could never survive without you. If you're breaking your body up on the dance floor tonight, it's cause somebody's got 2 turntables and a mic. Now you can drop a slow jam, vinyl or program. Music for your mind, body and inner soul, man. Wrecking the deck skillfully, you never miss a cue. Scratch and correct, willfully and self-expression rules. You are the heartbeat of the city, running through every vein, airwaves pretty, clubs pretty. Mixtapes in a backpack, needles ever ready. Tonight you're gonna make that crowd sing like Teddy. Control the pace at the dance floor, spinning that. Roll out the bass, bump it and just keep it coming back. You unify under one sky. People from all over the planet, the one love vibe. Yeah,
give me that gem that I like. Set it up, I get right for the night. Won't you give me that gem that I like? Set it up, I'ma get right for the night. Give me that gem that I like. Set it up, I'ma get right for the night. Won't you give me that gem that I like? Set it up, I'ma get right for the night. Digo, we got too many things to hit up, man. We cannot both be there, so let's split up. It's summertime, so I'm doing most sit-ups. Head to the sky, kissing goodbye to winter. Hold up, before I continue. All you new DJs better pay dues, Man, Azul, take them back to school. I rock the ABCs, you rock the 1s and 2s. But, on by dog, won't you cut it up? For the parties that have brought us up, I'm talking classics, laced up, uppercut. I'm talking cool out lounge and a rubber dub. Summertime, Cape Town love, where they sip Cubanas in their cabanas. Midday and they still in their pajamas. And I be rocking my beats like the Dalai Lama. On a hype track, was in a hype mag. Wrote this rap when I booked a flight back. Wouldn't miss it for the world, Cape Town summer, baby. How you like that? Give me that gem that I like.
Okay, the next one is also quite special to me. It's called Skillets Little, and that is Afrikaans for skeleton key, a key that can open any door basically. And this album, that's the title of the album, but the artist is called Jitsvinger. And I'm not even gonna bother explaining the colloquial meaning of that because it'll just go above your head. It's in Afrikaans, our form of slang in Cape Town, I guess. And it was just one of the most legendary hip-hop albums. Not to big myself up or our crew up, but it really was considered one of the most impactful hip-hop albums of its time, simply because it was in the vernacular, and that kind of thing wasn't necessarily heard of much at the time. I mean, there might have been a lot of MCs, hip-hop MCs doing their thing in the vernacular in Afrikaans, but they were not necessarily releasing things except for maybe Black Noise and Prophets of the City, which were also quite legendary as hip-hop bands of their time. But that was much earlier, much, I think more than a decade earlier than Skillets Little was released, and that was also released on High Voltage Entertainment, which was the label that myself and Grenville Williams started. And I think it was our third release, really, 2007. Yeah, 2007. That was dropped just after Teba's album was dropped. And I have 2 joints on this one. I also did vocals and a couple of features for this one, backing vocals as well. But I will just play you guys the snippets of this album. I mean, Jitsvinger, just Google this guy, man. Seriously, he's like, I don't know, 10 feet tall. I always remember being the shorty whenever I stood next to him. So if you Google him and you find a picture anywhere on the internet of the two of us, you'll see what I mean. But he is amazing in his delivery and the way he can sketch something for you. If you guys could understand what he's saying, I mean, he's just truly mind-blowing. So big up Jitsvinger. Shout out to the man himself. So yeah, let me show you this one.
Vanaf uw enkels tot op jouw knie, koppelkiele vol, zakjes suspension tot op je beeld op een jas, ja. Vooruit bedaard, toen no, ik is about to, hoe laat ze daar? Ik lig hier baat tot die feest, punt, hier kom het ik niet, wat ze wil, here is what you need, yes, yes, ja. Vooruit bedaard, toen no, ik is about to, zo maak het aan. Genoeg drama, ging je good time kans van no. Als ik op weer rhyme en ze doen night dance van no. Zat ik van die goeie groeten samen, no voel het zo op samen, taal die gevoelen geraast zeker. Haal ik die outfits, comfort, is hier room, maak space, lounge het uit of maak je vloed toe. Zak jou uit, stok ook kijk, waar zit die move, want zijn is zo tijd, al mij sama's en ook zo, yes, yes, ja. Ik break je silence met een 10-pound mic en als ik swing en combine ik met een speakerbox vibes gaat ik stie. Of ik alle frequency top van mannen 3 minuten zorg ik dat het ziet ondergrond water gie. In reality is quality, binnen doe ik alles wat mannen zijn die waarheid ik kan niet anders zien. Ik wil met elke heat brood vanaf ik elke niets gedachten hoe ik wanneer ik ook het een blaas als ik zie. Hoe bij je comments maakt zo wat nou jouw partie. Als ze ignore voel of de voor van jezelf te zien. Een oorvoel dat de supporters ja die gaat voor wannabes. Jealousy is hier fuck welke me. Mijn flow is perfect, dat zonder surgical skills hebben vol in de fik. Nooit gevolgd iets dat stil met ik klok aan mijn stem. En tot ze millions, we zakken spluffen 100%. Zoiets met burn ik nuts. Ik waai je lijk met dialect, bij gewoon ik kom fox. Hij ben het, ik deel mijn flyers, zei bij jou simpel. Ik laak het tot mijn hele kaak verschuif en het mijn keel gaat vergrijs tot de intaaien. Steek mijn lijn naar echo zoe. Hoe die stay op haar kleinike. Zij wiet en ik als wijs, ik heb nog nooit zoek op kleinie.
Up next is my very, very first solo offering called Method in the Madness. And I believe it was released in 2008, also on our own label, High Voltage Entertainment. The bulk of this album was also produced by Grenville Williams. I think I had 2 to 3 joints on this one, which I will play for you guys in a second. I don't even know where to start, guys. Like this is just way too special to even, because it was my first solo album, and I guess as an artist I really had the space, and I was also given the space by Grenville to really explore all the kinds of different vocal styles that I wanted to get into, and also given the space to shine as a producer, because I had more opportunity then to showcase what I can do. Yeah, like for the sake of time, I can't unfortunately play you guys everything, but you can always check it out on SoundCloud. I'll leave some links in the description box for you guys so you can check that out later. But honestly, like, this was one of the biggest projects for me, except for Goddessa. I was so nervous because my name was really all over this album. It was my solo project, so having to produce beats for this album was some serious hardcore pressure for me. It came out really well in the end, I guess, and people really did appreciate it. Just brings back so many memories when I think about it. And I also got a chance to tour with this album a little bit in South Africa as well as overseas, and let's hear them.
Oh
This one. Okay. The Human Condition is the title of this album, and it's my second solo album. Wow. Just even thinking about all the places I have been in the world touring with this album. I took my band to Reunion Island, everywhere in Europe really, Germany, France, the Netherlands a few times. It was just playing festivals like Lowlands and all of this stuff. After this one was released, it really pushed my career up to a level where I could say that yes, I am truly an international solo artist. And just want to big up all of my fam who went with me and supported me. Mr. Sakitumi, DJ Azul, Teba, Grenville was on the bass and also part of organizing things. This was me being comfortable now as a producer and, not trying to find my sound at all. Like I was kind of solidly confident in my skills and my abilities as a beat maker and a producer. So I have a lot more joints. It was mostly produced, I think 50-50 by myself and Grenville Williams, but I had more joints on this one. And you can even hear that I became very comfortable in embracing the fact that I love different kinds of music, and I tried to incorporate all of them, do mashing up of certain sounds like your reggae, your dancehall, and not only in the vocal department, but I'm talking about beat making now. So you will hear the hip hop being intertwined with reggae, dancehall, roots reggae, just a few other things as well. So of course I cannot play all of them for you, but I've handpicked a few, so I hope you find them interesting. And yeah, this was just an amazing freaking album, and in my opinion it was just so much fun to do this. And this album really pushed my career as a producer, but it was also quite challenging in the sense that it was the very first time that I had to be focused in two directions, like being a producer, making sure that all of that stuff is sorted, creating all of the beats and arrangements and all of that stuff. Of course, also, getting the artists, the guitarists and the instrumentalists to play on the beats themselves as well. Grenville also did quite a great deal of that. And luckily he did most of the mixing and the mastering because I wasn't very skilled at the time yet. Or at least I didn't consider myself to be very skilled at the time. So for me it was just a real learning curve, and the pressure was also of course on because after that came all of the touring and stuff. So it was just amazing to release this one. And I have also included a little bit of footage for you guys so you can see where we were, what we did. And let's just have a listen to some of them.
In the head, slug on the bed. Boy was chilling with the wrong crowd to gain street cred. Mama's messed up, dressed up, her legs spread. Little brother's in the next room, covered in red. Daddy's on the phone, looking like he's half dead. Should've called the coroner, but instead the paramedics. They took the PC, TV, the money and the gun, the CDs, DVDs, and they run. Yes, officer, this is my house. When I came home, this is how I found my spouse and both of my kids laying dead on the floor. Why the hell are you people arresting me for? Sir, you have the right to remain silent, and if I'm you, I will refrain from violence. You being taken in as the prime suspect. There's no evidence to claim your innocence just yet. What? This is the law. This is the law. The law does not make provision for. Boy, I'm in love with the love of my life. You got style and money and no Babylon's gonna fall. Humanity don't teach it yet, we find ourselves in it. Driven by greed and the need for power. Who are the fools ruling the world? Driven by greed and the need for power. Who are the fools ruling the world? Driven by greed and the need for power. Now have you ever wondered why life's so damn hard? Why there's war on every block and in every heart? Why there's so many tears and fears and many scars? Why some walk around with their minds behind bars? Nothing's ever happened by coincidence.
So last but not least, this is Unique. It was released as a single in 2014, I believe, and then I linked up with the legendary DJ DNA from Urban Dance Squad, and we put a band together, and it was just quite an interesting process how we took that whole track from the studio to the stage and performed it at various festivals. We were also playing a support act for Jack Parrow and also another crew called B-Fake from Cape Town in South Africa. I think we did more than 30 shows that summer. Oh my gosh, just check it out, guys.
All aboard! Now better know where you are come from. If you know where you coming from, ra-pa-pam-pam, eh. Better know where you coming from. If you know where you coming from, ra-pa-pam-pam, eh. Better know where you coming from. If you know where you coming from, ra-pa-pam-pam, eh. Better know where you coming from. If you know that, then show that. Tell me who are you now? Did you ever wanna be somebody else in the crowd? Let me know. I can break the ice if you want. Reacquaint you with yourself, 'cause you're unique. I can see perfection there. You're intelligent, baby boy, never have a care. With roots in your hair, people will stare. Gotta love just who you are. You're unique. Gotta love just who you are. You're unique. Gotta love just who you are. You're unique. 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 For me. All aboard. Come on, catch your wake up. Look at your reflection. Such a beautiful blessing deserves to be mentioned. Release the tension and just relax. See your lovely self. Keep integrity intact, yo. Remember, they can be only one of you if you want it. Followers are following whatever's no one no money. Some so insecure in themselves, not even funny. I'm mission every day to keep my soul from stumbling. Every humbling society becomes sort of numbing. Try to double punch personal attacks off your back. Ward up every kind of cunning, because I will try to make you forget that you'll be stunning. Do you get my meaning, or should I make it clearer? Never get in power over your appearance. Sun and moon is in sync with your heartbeat. Be yourself, and that is all you need.
That's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like me to make more of this type of content, just let me know in the comments below and I will definitely try to do so for you. And also, don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you know whenever we post new content on this channel. So with that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching, man. I will peep you guys in the next.